No, I meant like imagine like actual chicken strippers.
Who would that be for, though?
Cockerels, roosters.
Screw the podcast. What is... So, hello and welcome to episode 13 of Duck-Sized Horses podcast. I'm Nathan Herrett.
I'm Jack Higgins.
And, as the wise old sage Slim Shady said, guess who's back? Back again!
It's Natalie!
Yes! Hello, Natalie. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Thank you for coming
I'm,
back.
I'm so impressed. That blew me away. Have you guys been rehearsing that?
No!
We don't need to rehearse.
No, we're just that good.
Highly
We really
professional.
are.
I must admit, I googled Slim Shady to make sure that applied to him. Because I wasn't
It's good.
sure.
Get the lyrics right.
I'm suitably impressed. And I'm sure everybody listening is as well.
Right. Now, before you tell us the question, Jack,
Yeah, I
before that, we need to say some thank yous. So thank you to everyone who sent in questions, got involved in the competition, which we'll deal with a bit later. And just a last bit of admin before you do the polls and tell us the question and such. Scores on the doors. It's currently Jack Higgins 6, Nathan Herrat / consultant help from Natalie 5.
Thank you
So you're currently...
for that acknowledgement.
If anyone's wondering, so that's 11
It's 11, yeah.
points. Because last week we did, or last month, we did our year live anniversary, not our 12-year.
No, you said it was a 12-year anniversary. It's only 1 year.
It's a long
I'm
time.
such a plonker.
But yeah, so no one really won that because it was a
Yeah.
celebration
Here we go.
of this podcast.
And you can watch that again on our YouTube page,
Yep.
on our Facebook page, and
It's on iTunes as well.
yeah,
Just the audio.
you can
though.
leave comments as well for questions. We won't answer them on the video, but you can play along at home.
You can. It's play along ability.
Yeah,
So, sir, question.
it's a highbrow one.
It is a highbrow question.
Super highbrow
It is.
for episode
13.
13. And I'm so glad that we've suitably embarrassed ourselves with having Natalie in as a guest
It
again
is
for this
a great guest question.
Definitely.
incredible question. It is: would you rather have teleport sneezes or have time travel farts?
Oh, one of the big questions in society.
Speaking of society, they have decided
The people have spoken.
Oh,
it's a 70-30 split
Oh,
in favour
oh.
of teleport sneezes.
oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's really interesting.
So yeah, they more people would rather sneeze and disappear somewhere
Then
than guff and go back through time.
Guff and Go
Guff.
Back. That's
Yeah.
the company name.
Off and go.
I think
That should be the slogan.
either way you look at this, it would make Doctor Who a lot more interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, 70-30 in favour of sneezes.
Is that on
so
both?
That's on Twitter.
Oh, right. What's
on
Facebook, like, mate?
It's similar. So well, it's the favour is in with the sneezes.
Is it?
But it's a 54-46 split, so it's a lot closer.
That is a lot closer.
Ooh.
So a quick couple of shout outs to everybody who said they'd rather have time travel farts. Big up Abby, Matt, you,
Me? Oh, I forgot I voted, to be quite honest.
Tom and Chris, and teleport sneezes. We've got Martina, Jasmine, Lottie, Frank, my mum, Tom, and Rob.
What a mix.
Yeah.
What a mix.
Wow.
All in
That's
favour
quite
of sneezes.
That's
Do you think people would be worried that they're like smelly farts?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Imagine if it was like a silent but deadly one, and then you just really quietly like disappearing back in time.
Like a sneaky one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sort of falls out.
I guess that's
Unexpectedly.
going to follow us, I think.
What?
Well, that
Fire.
question. That question's gonna follow us into our answers along
is.
a lot like a nice
Yeah.
Hot guff.
You make it sound like a Starbucks option. Hot guff.
I don't think I'd order that.
No, you don't want that. Your
Maybe,
name on a
maybe,
hot guff.
maybe a small one if I had to.
Hot guff
Oh.
for Higgins.
Oh,
oh, Meg.
that's not what you
Oh,
want.
I'm so glad that
This is so highbrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's all right. I
You
have
can
2
pull us
older
back.
brothers,
Yeah.
so. Oh no, I'll be right down there with you.
Should we dive in?
Let's
then?
go, let's dive into- I was gonna say
Nathan,
dive into guffs.
which would you rather have?
Which would I rather?
Teleport sneezes or time travel
Yeah,
pumps?
it's
Oh. How many different words for farts can we
I
use?
don't know we're going to cover this between now and 10 o'clock.
I'm going to get a thesaurus up with farts.
Are you?
That's a genius idea.
I can think of a couple, but
Can you? Go on then. Just before I do my answer, think of a few.
No, go
Oh,
on
you're
with
on-
your answer. I feel like I'm on the spot now.
I put you on the
So
spot.
what would you rather do? Teleport sneezes or time travel?
I went for time travel farts, to be honest. Do you want me to give my reasons?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, please do.
Clearly, because that would just be pointless. If I went time
We're-
travel farts, sit
We're
back.
waiting with bated breaths, and
You might need
our
to hold
noses-
your breath,
Yeah.
to be honest, mate. So I went for time travelled farts. That sentence is still growing on me now. I'm just going to enjoy saying that. But I would have some kind of... I don't know who I'd have to talk to about this, but some kind of system where just before the fart takes place... I'm trying to not say fart a lot, but you can't really. I'm trying to be polite.
You're
but
talking about
I'm
farting.
talking about it, yeah, so I'll have to say
So
fart.
you're going to have to
So-
say it.
As it's kind of bubbling up, so to speak, I'd have like a window where I could choose where in
okay.
time I go, because one of the kind of pitfalls in this, because there's only one pitfall, is I was thinking if you don't get to pick where you travel back in time, you could end up on a loop of just constantly farting and then going back to the time you farted and then farting and going back to that and just getting stuck.
I mean, I did have that question of can you choose where you
Yeah,
go?
I think we should agree now. You can choose.
My
Okay.
Where
other
you go.
question is, do you have to fart again to come back to the present?
Oh,
I'd assume so.
that's a great.
Because otherwise
question.
you could be like stuck in the Tudor times. And I'm not sure that's a great time to be stuck
That's true. Yeah.
They
That's
did.
true.
They did eat a lot more like gassy food though.
They
so-
did,
They
so
did.
maybe it would be a good time to go back. Because you could just eat a little bit of food and then be like, I'm ready to
There
go
was
home.
an old king. I want to say King Henry VIII had.
He was
like,
a king.
A court jester called Roland the Farter.
Really?
Yeah, or one of them. That's another.
That's
thing
another
for-
thing for you to. You're good.
Well,
at
I
this,
mean,
you're like
Henry
amazing.
VIII supposedly farted loads.
Yeah,
He was
that's
a
a
bit
good
of a,
point. He was a bit of a
he was a bit
gassy,
stinky.
gassy being.
I
Also,
think that was when he was a bit older.
a question I have
Oh, okay.
is, when you time travel through farting, in the place you arrive,
hmm
are you farting when you arrive? Because that would make quite the bad impression.
Or are you like just farting,
It's
leaving the fart in the present, and then going back?
yeah, but then when you come back into the present, you'll come back into the fart.
So you'd like come back in the same time, like Narnia. Like
Yeah,
no
maybe,
time would
yeah.
change.
Instead of a wardrobe, it just is
It's your
flatulence.
farting.
That's okay. That's a good point.
I say I don't know. I've got some disagreements in being able to choose where you'd go.
You don't like the choosing idea.
No, because a snot.
It's not.
I think we're going to come on to that.
I think
yeah.
that probably yeah.
Oh,
Like you don't really control when it's
Yeah,
going to happen.
True. That's well.
no, but then I guess
Some of them sneak up on you.
you can kind. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you can kind of sense when they're gonna happen.
Yeah, more so than a sneeze. I think
Yeah, true. All right.
that was why I didn't go with sneeze, because they just come out of nowhere.
Very true.
You don't get the kind of brew factor.
You-
That was
Brew
grim, wasn't it?
Yeah,
brew factor, but you know what I
could-
mean.
Yeah, you could put in a lot of effort into time traveling.
Yeah.
like, stock up on some like beans.
Yeah, well, you could stock up on things I've got down here. You
Oh.
could like stock up on stuff you want to take back, like
Okay.
we're talking in our time travel episode, like phones or
Yeah.
cameras. If you're going back to a time when they didn't have those things.
So now you like take tins of beans back,
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah,
cabbages and
exactly.
sprouts.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's why I went for farts.
Oh.
What have you gone for? Should we go Higgins first?
I funnily enough, I went fart as well.
Of course you did.
just because I do it quite a lot.
Ambassador for flatulence.
And it's a great way to see,
The world.
past, present, and future. Just go about a little bit. But yeah, I quite like the idea of having it on random, because I think I get a little bit too indecisive about where I want to go.
Oh, so you wouldn't pick a place, you just let the
Yeah, so
wind take you,
yeah.
so to speak.
So
Flying with flatulence.
my little time travel toot.
Time travel too. That's
Time
a kid show waiting to happen, mate.
Jack the time travel tutor.
Yeah.
I like
brilliant.
it.
Dragon's Den.
Somebody draw it.
That needs to be a comic
Get
book.
me on
It
Doctor
does.
Who as a sidekick. That's
That is
incredible.
great, yeah, it's brilliant.
I've just found out as well. So Roland the Farter was King Henry II, not the 8th.
Oh right, you were only
And he
6
was
out.
required to perform 1 jump, 1 whistle, and 1 fart at the King's Court at Christmas.
What a set list that is.
Wow. What a job.
I'd hate to see his encore.
Oh. That's
Oh,
not
dear.
what you want.
Natalie, what did you go
Yeah,
for?
what did you go for?
Well, as I currently have a bit of a cold, I thought sneezing and being able to teleport could be slightly dangerous because I'd be,
Good point.
teleporting all over the place.
That's a very good point.
So I thought that wouldn't be very good. And plus, I quite like driving. So
yeah.
I'm all right with not getting somewhere instantly. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. So I kind of was going along the kind of farting line as well.
It's
Yeah.
farts all round.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you want to pick where you could go though, or do you have reservations like Higgins does about it?
I think there are definitely some periods in time that I would love to go to.
Yeah.
So I would like to be able to choose to be able to go there. But then I feel like if I'd gone there, I'm not really want to go too many times.
No.
And plus, if you've got a fart to come back, you've got to make sure that you've got something with you that will,
Induce it.
yeah,
I
bit
suppose
like
as well.
labour. But not.
If you like driving,
Mm.
you could just let rip a few times in the car, and just change the scenery around you as you travel through time.
So the car would
Yeah.
come with you.
Yeah,
That would be quite cool.
That would be very cool.
I feel like Henry VIII would be really intrigued by my Fiat 500. Be like, what is this?
just
That would be quite
going
cool.
past like a horse and cart, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's genius.
if you saw them like building Stonehenge, you could. That's all right. Just chuck it on the roof rack. I'll get you.
Stonehenge on
Yeah.
the roof rack.
Toot your horn while
Yeah.
they go past.
Try not to toot anything else.
Very good point.
Oh dear.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've lived with 2 older brothers, so farting's quite a
You're quite used to it.
normal thing in my family. My question is
Go on.
whether your pets could do it, because my dogs
Ooh.
fart all the time. I don't know if they'd cope in a different time.
That's a good
So is
point.
it just
yeah.
for
We
humans,
didn't
or
think
could
about that.
animals do it too? Because they fart too.
They do.
They do.
They do.
They-
What do you reckon?
Fart all
Yeah,
the day
I reckon.
long.
What do you think, Jack?
That'd be quite funny. I think.
Pets can go as well.
Yeah. Why not?
It's like a
Be
weird
quite
Noah's Ark.
amusing,
Yeah.
but-
I mean, it'd be a little bit
Imagine.
sort of disconcerting now. Say like in Duxo's horses headquarters,
Yeah.
if like a dog just appeared in the living room and it belonged to somebody like 50 or 60 years ago.
That's true.
That
and
would be a bit
it
weird.
was like old man Smith's old greyhound who's just.
Old man.
I don't know who used to live here.
Old man.
Old man
Old
Smith.
Man Smith.
That's a great name.
Yeah. And his dog's just let off like a little eggy pump, and yeah, and just
Yeah, that's a good point.
just let rip.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it would be quite interesting.
Yeah. It would be. It would be very interesting.
It would be better if you could get one of those collars off of Up, so the dogs could speak. So when they come
Yeah.
back, they could tell you where
They
they've
can tell you
been.
That'd be great.
That would be very cool.
Be like, I was chilling out with Elizabeth I. She's nice.
I have a question then,
Ooh.
and it's what we've all been thinking.
Yeah, probably.
So-
Probably. Go on, mate.
Would the smell follow you?
Oh, that's a blinding question.
Because if
Or
you
would
think
it
about it,
stay?
it would be
That'd
like
be weird.
it would be a great excuse to sort of get out of a situation.
What? Because of the
You'd,
smell?
you'd let rip and you'd vanish, and then you just like if it didn't follow
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you just leave someone else in a really stinky room.
That's a great
Be
point.
perfect,
That's a
like
great
perfect
point.
escape plan.
But then if the present time doesn't change while you're gone, when you come back, you could be
you'll come back
jumping
in.
straight back into that smell, and then you're going to
Oh,
get hit
nice.
with
Yeah.
like rotten egg.
I wouldn't mind that.
Or
Everyone's,
getting hit with rotten egg.
You'd be all right.
yeah,
Such a lovely smell.
everyone's proud of their own brand, so you got to take pride in what you make.
I don't think I've ever been proud of my own brand. I think I resent it, to be honest.
No, you haven't what? You haven't just let rip and gone. I'm a boss.
One for the shareholders.
I've never.
Have you ever been proud?
I've never. No, not really.
You've never been proud.
I mean, not of like the smell of it.
Just the
Well,
noise.
what else is? Do
Well,
you
like
do
the
shapes, or-
loudness of
Oh
it.
yeah.
I mean, there have been times when, you know, one of my brothers has farted, and then the other one's like farted, and they've gone, "Oh, I'm louder," and stuff. That's often been
That's
a
a great
conversation in our
contest.
house, especially when we were younger,
Yeah,
and we used to think it was really funny.
yeah. You do when you're younger, though, don't you?
Yeah,
Why
there were
is
times
that
when it like
then?
happened at the dinner table, and everyone would blame it on me,
Oh,
and it was one of my brothers, and
That's
somehow
nice.
he'd been able to like throw the sound of it, so it sounded
What,
like
so
it came from
he
my side of the
bounced it
table.
off the wall or something.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's got like a magical way of farting.
They do sound fantastic though.
Yeah.
Like there's very few finer things on this earth than hearing somebody else let rip, and it's just it's perfect.
My favourite is still the sound of a fart on a plastic chair in my classroom. When one of the kids does it, it's very hard to not laugh when that happens.
I suppose the acoustics of it are
It's
part of it,
really
but
funny.
yeah.
And I've got like one of those very old classrooms where it's very acoustic.
Oh, so it like echoes,
So it echoes.
echoey.
You hear it very loud and very clear.
That's what you want, I think. If you're going to do it, commit to it. I think you don't want a sort
Definitely.
of mini one,
Yeah.
a full
I
hog.
feel like it's just the reaction of all the children.
I bet
Because they
love
all
it.
want to
I bet they
laugh, but they're
absolutely love
like,
it.
can I laugh? It's quite funny.
I'm gonna take this down a peg now.
Oh
then,
dear.
What further?
yeah, it could get a lot worse.
I'm fearing
I'm scared.
what's going to
I'm
come.
scared.
What if it's a wet fart?
Oh, mate.
What happens then?
Oh, do you? I don't know. Maybe. I don't. Oh,
Maybe carry some wet wipes. Just
Do,
in case.
do you still travel? Do you end up in?
Well, I guess it's still a fart.
yeah, but I suppose the wetness
Just
goes
a little
with
bit
you,
of a
though, doesn't it?
dangerous fart, isn't it?
Is it technically a poo though? So do you just,
The old when does a fart become a poo question.
yeah.
I wondered when that would
I
materialise.
mean, like
Maybe you'd need to check yourself.
yeah, we're
'Cause sometimes they
tackling
can
the
sound
big
wet.
questions. Yeah,
But like, they're not.
just overly warm.
Over, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I feel a bit ill.
Yeah. Glad we ate beforehand.
highbrow
Yeah.
questions.
It's a highbrow
these.
question. That's a great point, though. I
I-
guess you would travel. It would still be a time traveling fart, though, wouldn't it?
It
Just
can
make
be
sure you
quite
got some spare
embarrassing.
pants in your pocket.
Always carrying.
Always carry spare pants.
My old boss once tried.
Here we go.
It's just where are you going with this?
He was having a farting competition with his girlfriend, as you do,
As you do.
Young love.
as is a normal thing to get involved with, and he ended up like just pushing a bit too hard, and he pooped himself.
Oh,
Oh
dear.
yeah. But I feel like that could be just a cause for embarrassment. So if you did
Really?
so if you didn't end up time traveling, and if you were in a
Oh,
farting
yeah.
competition, because
And
you could be like, right, time to escape here, and you try and force one out because they'd hear like a fart noise, but you'd still be there,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, right.
They'd be like, I think you need to go to the toilet.
I've just thought as well, if it does follow you,
Yeah. The
That's-
smell this is.
yeah,
That's not going to be a pleasant experience in a weird place.
No.
it's
that's
an
true.
unfortunate way to welcome somebody into
Yeah.
like
Yeah, true.
like they just come straight into your life like a stale guff. Like it'd be
Oh,
Oh.
you'd be like, oh, nice to see you.
where's the bathroom?
Isn't Bard Kingdom Brunel? Thanks for stopping by.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like how we focused on the farting.
Yeah, I suppose
We're just
we
like
should,
sneezing.
Yeah, we should think about sneezing
No.
a bit. But
Yeah. I mean, if it's the same rules,
yeah.
then I reckon because I could get a sneeze out fairly easily.
Go on then.
All right, brace yourselves, everybody. Funny enough, I had a burp started coming up then, but that's
This
that's
is like
back
a
down.
bodily functions game.
What could burps do? You time travel when you fart,
Yeah.
sneeze, teleport when you sneeze.
What could burps do?
Spontaneous.
Oh, he's being sick.
Spontaneously combust.
Yeah, but that's an
Spontaneous.
inconvenience, that is.
No one would ever want to burp.
No, you'd have to keep it in and then you'd explode, which would defeat the object.
Well, no. If you like hold in a burp, then it comes out the other end as a fart.
Oh, yeah. Good
Done
point.
it?
Good. I don't know. I've never tried.
I mean, I don't know a lot about biology. I will admit that now. It's okay. I'm a primary school teacher. We don't teach
You
that
don't need
stuff.
to think about farts and burps.
No. Thank
Yeah, I
goodness.
reckon if you sneezed and you got to go
Yeah.
and choose where you're going, that'd be quite good.
Yeah. That's true. Where would you choose to go if you could teleport sneeze?
Just a beach somewhere sunny. Like definitely somewhere sunny, because then
Yeah.
if it turned out I didn't like it so much there, I'd just look at the sun and sneeze again. Because apparently it's like
Looking at the sun makes you sneeze?
Does it?
see, right. So here's the thing, and this is what I was just about to say.
Go on.
I think I heard this on like No Such Thing as a Fish podcast, like the QI one, but like 50% of people
Yeah.
sneeze when they see like bright lights, like looking at the sun, and the other 50% don't. And it's completely mind blowing when you find out about the other people, because they're completely unaware that that's a thing. Like you
I
two
didn't-
both were,
Yeah.
Because
I'm not even sure which one I am.
I don't feel like I've tried.
do you not
don't-
like go
Mainly
outside
because,
and-
like, you know, looking at the sun is dangerous for your eyes.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I
but no,
avoid
it's like-
that.
Through sunglasses.
bright lights in when you step outside and you sneeze.
Oh, like
No.
after the cinema when you come out.
Yeah, sort of,
Something
yeah.
Oh,
and
I've never
sneeze.
done that.
No, I've never done that. I
Oh.
just know about it.
I mean, I get hay fever, so I sneeze
Yeah.
quite a lot this time of year anyway. But then it's like, you know, when you get that build up, like you feel like you're going to sneeze,
Yeah.
but then you don't. You'd be like, oh, I'm going to go teleport to this place. And then you don't sneeze, and then you're like, oh, shoot.
Mm.
Good point. Good point.
You'd have disappointment then.
You would. That'd be disappointing.
Whereas at least, you know, when you fart, you can't really stop it.
Well, you can.
Well, you
You
can,
can stagger it.
but I feel like it's dangerous to not fart.
True.
It
That's
is.
very true, yeah.
I mean, it'd be like, because you definitely can hold them in. Like if you
You can. You
yeah.
can definitely hold them in.
When you're like in a nice
In polite
situation,
company.
or like on a first date, or like your first couple of dates,
First couple.
first couple,
Let them rip.
yeah. Then
You're quite happy from
Yeah.
the beginning for that.
Well, I mean, I don't.
No.
But if they do, then you're like, oh, okay, so that's the kind. Okay, that's fine.
sage advice there: try not to time travel on your first few
yeah.
dates.
Yeah. In that situation, that could be a bit awkward.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be really awkward.
Just suddenly disappear, just leaving a weird smell behind. Not the best impression.
No, it's not a great first impression, that.
Not really.
Yeah. Where would you teleport to?
I didn't really think about it. It would have to be somewhere.
It was just farts just took over.
Yeah,
right?
farts just dominated
It was just
I
the
didn't-
obvious answer.
I think I'd like to teleport to the front of a queue somewhere, just like Disneyland or
That's what you do.
yeah, just
Not
straight.
just not anywhere.
straight to
Just
the
the
front
front
of
of
the
a
queue.
queue.
Just
But-
the front of a queue.
Yeah, the risk of that is you could end up in like the post office or something, just at the front of the queue.
Disneyland would definitely be the best place.
Yeah, although I don't really like
At the very
rides
beginning
and
of like
stuff.
Space
Yeah.
Mountain.
Alton Towers.
Or to see like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
I'd
nice.
be at the front of that queue.
Would you to meet Winnie the
Yeah.
Pooh?
Or actually, no, Darth Vader's down there now, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah. And the Avengers are down in Disneyland Paris. I'd jump
Aye.
to the front of the queue with that.
you would like that. You're a
Yeah,
big
especially
Avengers
Thor.
fan. Thor.
Or Captain America.
They're your choices.
Any of them, really.
Yeah, so I go front of a queue, I think, which is really boring, isn't it? But
That's not too bad.
I'm quite a boring person, really.
It's fine. Yeah, no, that's all right. Like,
Yeah.
there's more
I
like
like it.
boring things you could do. Like, if you
Go
had,
to the
like-
back of the queue.
yeah, or if you were still time traveling,
Yeah.
and you did like you farted, you could just skip ahead a few minutes to the front of the queue.
Ah,
in
good
the
point.
Ah.
Yeah.
Just speed things up a little bit.
So time travel can go forwards as well, can't
yeah.
it? I didn't think about that.
That I just thought about going back.
I thought back. Yeah.
I was like, oh, what time periods would I want to go see?
Where would you want to go in the future then?
In the future?
Yeah. If you have time travel farts that can take you into the future.
Oh, I don't know, because I quite like the fact that it's a bit of a surprise. You don't really know what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
You just want a random place.
Whereas, like, if you went into the future and you saw something,
Yeah.
but then that might not happen, you could, like, change
You
it,
could
couldn't you?
yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh, well.
Alter history.
Although it would be quite cool to see if there's, like, flying cars and stuff.
True.
Or if, Busted song, the year 3000, if that comes true and we all live underwater and there's, like, triple-breasted women.
That's a
Because
great
that
reference.
would be quite a
Yeah.
society to live in, I would reckon. Underwater.
Yep.
Bit like the Little Mermaid.
Good choice. Good choice.
But would we have tails?
Would we have tails? What do you reckon,
That's
Jack?
the-
Would we have tails?
I think we've evolved past tails, haven't we?
I think
Like your
so.
little coccyxes.
Yeah,
Sort of
I guess so.
after bits. Unless you like.
Was that a tail?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's the theory, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was a tail.
I'm going to tell the children that.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're going to blow their little minds.
Well, my mind's blown.
used to have a little because tails help you balance. And before we
Oh,
were
yeah,
like
we were monkeys.
yeah.
Apes or whatever.
Apes, yeah. See, you did
Some
know.
sort of
You
primate.
did know.
Yeah, no, but when you said tail, I thought like a tadpole.
Of course.
So we just like swam along.
That was an uncanny tadpole impression you did there.
I think a tail could probably help sort of waft away a fart.
That's
as well,
true.
if we had tails.
That is very
True,
true.
yeah.
You could like disperse the smell a bit.
Oh.
If you were able to do both, you could teleport
Yeah.
to not that you'd want to unless it was made habitable at the time, but you could teleport to Titan, Jupiter's moon,
Yeah.
Saturn's moon, Jupiter's a moon, Titan the moon, where they have lakes of methane, so literally like lakes of fart.
Yeah.
So those would be like portals you could jump into and
Nice.
No, that would be quite
That's
cool.
really cool. That is really cool. Also, could you, if you're not sure where you want to
leap
go,
into a fart.
could you store it up for later? So, like, contain it in some kind of jar. You'd have to have some kind of sieve on the jar, I guess, to kind of strain it in. And then, if you're not, you think, I don't really want to time travel on this flatulence. I'll save it for later.
But then is it like the smell or the sound or like just the gas itself that's what time travels
that's
you?
a good point. I didn't think
Because if
about
it's like the gas or the smell, then you could like
that. You could store
jar it up and store it. Jar it. But like, and then you could have like a shelf of farts.
the
for
fart
later.
shelf.
This is my time traveling shelf.
What would happen if like someone accidentally knocked one off the shelf though while you were cleaning?
Oh, that's a good point.
It would just smell.
Just linger about. Yeah, that's true.
You'd send that person to the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
at a different time.
Potentially.
Yeah. I didn't think
Well, that's what they get for breaking my fart jar.
Yeah, you'd just be left to clear up a load of glass
Yeah.
Exactly.
in a room that smelt like bum. Oh, dear. This has gone terrifically well.
That's
It's a
incredible.
great question.
It is a very good question.
I'm not sure if there is a winner.
I
Oh,
don't know how you judge.
No.
No.
How do you judge a winner on
Society
this
is one. Everybody
I think
listening
we've
to this
all won.
is one.
Yeah.
And we'd be over the moon to hear
Yeah.
everybody else's faults.
Yeah.
Not necessarily hear anything else. But
Yeah, don't send them in to us.
I don't know.
Audio
We're
recording.
going to have to do a coin toss again, or
We might have to. We
Oh,
might have
dear.
to. I'd like to think
Does
out
that
there
work with
somewhere
three
this is
people?
someone's first
A coin
episode
toss?
that they're
That would be
listening to.
amazing.
Us
welcome.
talking about farts. Yeah, how does it work? That's a good point Natalie's
Welcome.
made. With 3 people on a
We're
coin
talking
toss.
about
We did
that.
this last time, didn't we? Or, no.
Yeah, but we weren't 3 people then. We could team up, I suppose, because you technically are my brain.
You say this, but my brain very rarely works.
Well, it works more than my brain. Let's have a brain off.
I'm glad we've worked out the scoring system well in advance.
Yeah.
Of pressing record and going. I don't know.
Yeah.
Should we take a point apiece?
I like
Yeah,
that
should we
idea.
go point and piece?
Ah, there we go. That's diplomatic.
I've lost my pen.
Society's one.
I'll find a pen and I'll put it on in a minute. when I
Yes.
can find my pen.
All good.
Fantastic.
So it's I guess we go on to competition time.
I think we do, mate. Yeah. Keep going. Sorry, I'm looking for a pen.
So our competition.
Find it later.
Is it in your notebook?
Our competition winner this week is Bobby, who sent in some awesome duck pictures. He's very good at finding these
He
pictures.
is.
of
He's
ducks.
amazing. Is that his fourth
I think so.
set
Fourth-
of ducks?
Yeah, he's been absolutely killing it.
That's incredible.
Which is absolutely amazing to see. And if you want to get involved, then you can send us in a photo of a duck or a photo of a horse or a video of either. Doesn't have to be a literal duck
No.
or a literal horse.
No.
Imagine if someone got a photo of a duck on a horse.
Nice.
I feel like that would be the
That
ultimate.
is, yeah. I think
photo.
that would be.
Yeah.
That would be the top draw. That I think.
Yeah.
That's my new mission in life.
Yeah, you need to do that for us. You need to make that happen.
Find a duck on a horse.
Well, you're going to enter, aren't you?
You are.
You've got your new classroom. You're going to paint duck egg blue.
I
Yeah.
am, yes. I'm very excited about that.
We'll
So that
post
counts.
you
So
with that.
things like that all count.
Yeah.
And if you want to get involved, then send your photos to us at the following in the following ways.
At the following ways. You can tweet them to us at DSH Podcast. Our Facebook page is Duck-Sized Horses. You can email us at ducksizedhorsespodcast@gmail.com. Also use those addresses for sending in your questions, comments. We love hearing from you, don't we, Jack?
Mm-hmm.
Also, check out our website, www.ducksizedhorsespodcast.com. You can find all our previous episodes if this is your first episode that you're listening.
I'm so
to.
sorry.
Yeah, if it is, I'm sorry. Welcome aboard. Yeah, you can find out more about us, see pictures of previous competition winners if you want inspiration. Just enjoy it, I guess, is the advice with the website.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're done, aren't we?
Yeah, that's it.
Before we go, we have to say thank you to
Yes,
Natalie.
we
We
do.
almost forgot. Thank you, Natalie, for coming.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure talking about farts.
You stuttered the
I
pleasure out
did.
there
Well,
begrudgingly.
our farts pleasurable.
And on that note,
And on that note,
we'll see you next month.
This podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.